want to come up next? All right, come on. Hi, I am Annie Jewell. I grew up in Kansas City as well, and I am here today as an OB-GYN physician and a practicing subspecialist in gynecologic oncology here in Kansas City. And in the course of my training to provide safe and high-quality health care to women, I have seen frightening political attacks on women's reproductive rights. Over the last 8 years, 24 states have passed 92 legislative restrictions on abortion. These include mandates for medically unnecessary waiting periods and consent. Laws have been passed that require patients to view and hear ultrasounds. Laws in 27 states force physicians to lie about the risk of breast cancer, infertility, and mental health to women undergoing legal, extremely safe procedures. Laws directed specifically at medical education in some states prohibit abortion training in public institutions and ban abortion in public hospitals, precluding the training of residents at those institutions. The most recent wave of legislation, including Missouri House Bill 126, a ban on abortion at 8 weeks gestation, is chilling, and it will carry serious life-threatening consequences if passed. As it currently stands, Missouri ranks 42nd out of 50 states in maternal morbidity and mortality. With some of the highest rates in our country of maternal death, this legislation will only serve to increase the number of women at risk in Missouri. So let's be clear. These proposals are being advanced by politicians whose real agenda is to outlaw abortion. These laws have nothing to do with improving, protecting, or providing access to women's health care. We know abortions are safe and that complications are rare. We also know that limiting access to abortions increases the risk and complications, and it endangers our patients. These bans simply limit the access to reproductive health care and are thereby putting women and families at risk. The American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, of Osteopathic Association, Psychiatric Association, the AMA, the World Health Organization, the International Federation of Gynecology and Obstetrics, and the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology all firmly oppose these abortion bans. Ultimately, your personal medical care must be left between you and your doctor, not politicians. This bill is part of a broader effort to end access to safe and legal abortion. Instead of threatening physicians with criminal penalties and the risk of jail time, women's health care providers should be encouraged to deliver evidence-based, necessary health care. House Bill 126 would enforce the opposite. We're coercing clinicians to decide between their patients' needs and facing criminal proceedings. Physicians must be allowed to practice medicine that is informed by their years of medical training, experience, and knowledge, without the threat of criminal punishment for evidence-based care. Lawmakers must support policies that are based on sound evidence and facts. The facts are 1 in 4 women will need an abortion in their lifetime. The facts are the majority of Americans support legal and safe access to reproductive care. The facts are that bans like these decrease access to necessary care for all women, but especially for low-income women and minority women and those that live longer distances from health care. The fact that bans like these are being made by politicians without consideration of actual medical evidence and without the best interest of women and families at heart. We must hold our politicians accountable to improve our access to care and not restrict it. Now is the time to act and protect access to legal and necessary health care for the women of Missouri and their families. And I call upon all elected officials to stand up for their citizens and to stay out of our exam room. reproductive rights are human rights. And I trust Missouri women to make health decisions about their own bodies. So I call on all of you today to use your voice and your vote to hold our politicians accountable.